All right. We are live. We are live. We are live. It's good to be back. It's been a couple of weeks, everyone. How you doing? This your boy, Savar Matner, coming to you live from within the office. It's kind of different in here because I'm doing some different things in here. That's why. For anybody asks, you might notice the background a little bit different. I'm doing some stuff. Um, it's good to be back. I got 3 live streams planned for the remainder of the week. This one is going to be purely about Dragon Ball. The next one tomorrow can be more about politics. And then, of course, on Friday, I want to touch on the NFL. Yes, Lord, we got to talk about the NFL. But today is all about Dragon Ball. And this will probably be the last Dragon Ball live stream I do for a while. A while. But it's good to be back, guys. I appreciate you guys of understanding. I've been very busy. Some people are in the know about what's going on. And I appreciate you guys not talking too much about the situations at hand and what I got my hands in and things that I'm doing and then family related stuff as well. Just keep my family in your prayers, guys. It's been a lot going on. And then, of course, it's the beginning of the year, clients out the ass, training and stuff like that. And so I'm actually finally this week, it's probably going to upload everything to my fitness channel. So I can't wait for that. But I want to touch on the news that broke over the weekend. Super is back. Now, for anyone that's been watching my channel for any amount of time, especially of the last year, know that this channel isn't an anime channel. I talk about basically any and everything on this channel. Some videos do well, some live streams does well, some not so much. It all depends on what you talk about. That's going to garnish you some views, right? So over the last couple of weeks, I kind of been talking about Dragon Ball and politics. And for anyone that's been following this channel for at least, I'll say, well, actually 3 years. When did Dragon Ball superhero come out? About 3 years ago now. It's been about 3 years. And one of the live streams, I informed you guys that at the school that my daughter attends, I met a guy who is married into a family of one of the voice actors that voice acts, in animation and stuff like that. And we got to talk, and like I said, we're not buddy pals, buddies. However, any information that I receive right over the last few weeks, especially pertaining to Dragon Ball, got from him. Of course, there's a couple of YouTube channels, mainly one that I'm not going to name by name because nobody wants the claps, nobody wants the chlamydia, and nobody wants syphilis. How you doing? You're not worth the itch worth scratching, if that makes sense. But in my last 2 live streams, I told you guys everything that I knew about Dragon Ball Super, and I only got 2 things wrong. I said in that stream that I expect more manga stuff to come out, not so much about the animation because of what's going on between Toei and Shueisha. For the most part, I was correct. We did get some. I was more inclined by a movie announcement, not the series coming back, and especially not a reboot. Okay. I also said in that live stream that I was also informed that the voice actors already had got their strips. Now, that didn't mean that Super was coming back. I was more inclined believing that the movie was about to get released. I also said in the last couple of live streams that I believe if Moro and Granola arcs do come back, I feel like they may become a lost arc. Like you'll get Black Frieza, then the lost arc, you might get that released later down the line. Or you might get them in the movies. Well, we got Moro coming back. Didn't see the reboot coming back. I also said that Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 is coming. Well, if anybody that got the Xenoverse games, I got 1 and 2, you do realize age 1000 is a time in the timeline, correct? Like it's an age in the timeline, right? So if anybody been playing Xenoverse, you ought to know that the game revolves around time patrolling. You're going through parts in the timeline to either keep the timeline flowing smoothly or to disrupt the timeline. They even said in the live stream that the official game announcement is going to be coming later this year. It's going to be Xenoverse 3. Okay. I hate to spoil it for you guys. It's going to be Xenoverse 3. Now, I also thought they might reveal some fighter news, but since Bandai Namco does a lot of fighter stuff, it didn't come out at this particular event. So, out of all of that, the only thing I got backwards was no manga announcement, no movie announcement, but we got Super coming back. Now, and Moro, okay? Now, Here's the thing. I'm not keen on the reboot. I'm not a big fan of them giving you beers for like the, I don't know, fifth or sixth fucking time. I'm really not a fan about that. I'm kind of happy Morrow's coming. So that means that probably gonna know it's gonna be next. And then we already got Superhero, the movie. We already got that in the manga. So that's gonna probably be next. Now, if they're rebooting the Beerus saga arc, then I believe they're going to redo all of Super in segments. And God, I hope not. There's no need for it. I know a lot of you guys noticed the logo. Okay, went from gold to black. Here's my speculation on it, because I haven't asked anyone about it, but here's my speculation. Could that potentially means that it's going to be more of the uncensored variety, right? Like more of the way the original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, right, were meant to be seen, the originals, right? Could they be going back to that? Because if they're going to reboot the whole thing, we want more gore, we want more innuendo fighting, we want more cursing, we want the works, right? Make it worth watching, okay? Or is it just to get the fanboys talking? We got a new logo, this is the reboot, this is that. Either way, once again, I'm not too keen on the reboot. Everybody, hey, what's up, Sham? Everybody know what's going to happen tomorrow arc. And for anyone that read the manga. Now, the manga and anime, they normally don't flow the same. There are some things in the anime that's not in the manga, some things in the manga, not in the anime. However, we know the ending of the arc. So we know what's going to happen. So am I looking forward to the art being animated? Yeah. But am I looking forward to just sitting down watching that particular art? Not necessarily. I read the manga years ago, so I know what's going to happen with Morrow. All right, we know about Ultra Ego Vegeta and Ultra Instant Goku. We know about all that. We know about Vegeta and Spirit Fission and all that shit that's going to happen in this fucking upcoming Galactic Patrol, about Mirrors and his relationship with Whis, and we know all this, right? Jocko, the bandits, Morrow's henchmen, like we know about all this stuff. So yes, it's going to be cool to see it in animation, but no, I'm not hyped about it. And for everyone that's very hype about it, it's just because you finally got some Super coming back. If this wouldn't have took 3 or 4 years, and I get it, Shueisha and Toei are still feuding. And I also said that in my live streams that just because the voice actors had got their, scripts and every damn thing, and I even said all this, there were some lines already pre-recorded. We seen trailers, so I was right about that. It's on my live streams. Go back and look. Said all this. That doesn't mean that we were going to be getting the arc. I more was inclined for the movies. But with it being 3 or 4 years too long, the hype isn't there anymore. It's just not there, right? So I'm just going to say it like this here. If the Morrow arc debuts in 2027, right? And that's a long space between now and 2027. You're getting Beerus in fall of 2026. Okay. So that means they're not even done with that whole arc yet. They still got to touch up, the voice actors got to get done doing all their lines, right? And all that shit. And then you got to get the English dubs and all that stuff, right? And then you're going to have to try to shop a market. It's probably going to be on the same Fuji TV in Japan, all that shit. Get a time slot. And then hope the viewership is interested in it to keep it going. Because based on what happened with Beerus, it's going to dictate what's going to happen with Morrow financially, right? If the art debuts in the fall and viewership is way down in Japan because they're probably tired of the same shit, then that could have a devastating effect on the Morrow arc, because you need money to pump into that arc and to pay the voice actors. And guys, I remember I said this, they got to get paid. They have to get paid or they ain't gonna work for free. So this Beerus reboot, it needs to pay dividends. So like I say, it needs to be uncensored and uncut and just raw. If you're gonna put Beerus in our face, then give us an uncensored Beerus. Give us some blood. Give us some gore. Make Dragon Ball worth watching. Don't make it all kid friendly. And I hope like hell they're not gonna take out all the fillers and do like some Dragon Ball Kai stuff. I wasn't told that, but everybody's speculating that. I think the worst thing that ever happened to Dragon Ball Z was Kai. We can all forget Dragon Ball Evolution. Like we can all forget about Dragon Ball Evolution. We all know that was just horrible. But then when Kai came out, no. I got the original Dragon Ball Z in the closet, the way it was meant to be seen, with the fillers and Master Roshi cringe, fucking perverted jokes. Same with Dragon Ball, even GT to some extent. But I think what would be the death blow to Super is dumbing it down and making it soft like Dragon Ball Z Kai was. I pray to God they don't do that, because that's going to be a death blow. And that means if Beerus doesn't do too well, then you might not get the Moro arc in 2027. You might not get a couple moves that are still being rumored, which may or may not include Cooler, which I don't think they're going to bring back Cooler. We got the Margin Buu continuation in Daima. I was right about that. It just happened in Daima. But I still believe, since Uber's in Super, and I'm going to transition more about my expectations, that we're going to get a reincarnation of Margin Buu in Super, right? Daima was more of loosening up the ends, explaining the origins of Margin Buu and how the Supreme Kai and Buu are all linked and all this Ramadan bullshit. So, with that being said, guys, keep your expectations low about what could be coming in 2027. Things get delayed. They can get delayed. 2027 is a hard start pass if Beerus doesn't do well when it comes back to the TV screens in Japan. All right. So yes, it's coming, but everything gonna dictate on Beerus. Now, let me transition back to Daima real quick. And I wanna ask this question, because for some odd reason, I don't understand why you guys don't understand the timeline. I've been saying this since Super and Daima. I've been saying this for fucking ever. Okay. You have the timeline from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball GT. That was the timeline. That is always the timeline. That is the only timeline. When Trunks came in Z, Trunks came from 20 years in the future on the main timeline. Okay? The main timeline. Listen to what I'm about to say. That doesn't go off in different tangents. See, a lot of you guys got Dragon Ball superheroes with all this Time Patrol's universe shit, just incorporating it into the main continuity of Dragon Ball. Right? You got this timeline here and this timeline here. The anime and manga are all a part of the original timeline. Okay. But in Z, Trunks came back from 20 years in the future to give Goku a heart virus, right? Before the androids and Cell. So Goku wouldn't die like he died in the future. Trunks, by him coming back in the past, altered the future in the original timeline, right? Now, Trunks went back and defeated Cell and the androids in his timeline. We don't see Trunks again until Super, okay? But remember, it's the same timeline. It's just Nine's a few years past Margin Buu. Trunks come back, same timeline. Same timeline. He just came back from the future to the past in the same timeline he came back in Z. It wasn't a different fucking timeline. Same timeline. Okay? Trunks came back because Goku Black was raising hell in his timeline. Trunks beat Buu and all that shit. But then here come Black Frieza, right? Not Black Frieza, Goku Black, right? And so they go to Trunks' timeline. Goku and Vegeta finally goes to his timeline, his 20-year jump or whatever, in his fucking present timeline. Of the same timeline, just 20 years from Goku and them, 20 years on the same timeline in the future. Well, if you guys remember, Zeno destroyed that timeline. So you can't jump 20 years in the future no more on the original timeline. Trunks and Maya went and started a new timeline. But that didn't change the future events. Well, it did, but it didn't start a different tangent off the timeline, if that makes sense. If you follow Dragon Ball all the way to GT and go through the ages, that's the timeline. Super and Daima are a part of the same timeline that the original. They are a part of it. Okay. Here's what you guys have to understand. They're separate. Super don't flow in the GT. Daima doesn't flow in the GT. There are just alternate endings to Z because the original ending to Z went right into GT. You can't take Daima, where Goku has Super Saiyan 4 now, and then try to route it back to the end of Z to go into GT. It wouldn't make fucking sense. The dude earned Super Saiyan 4 in GT by having his tail pulled out by a big funky ass pair of pliers. It wouldn't make any sense. You can't take Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Daima and then try to route it back into Super, because if that was indeed the case, then when Goku went Super Saiyan 3 against Beerus, instead of him doing that, he should use Super Saiyan 4. And I know my Star Media believes that they're giving you guys a reboot for Beerus to include Daima shit. That's not going to happen. Listen. That will be you're going to give a form that is far weaker than Super Saiyan God, and they introduce it so Beerus can bitch slap Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I mean, just whoop his ass. Just what sense does that make? It makes absolutely no sense. Okay. Goma and Daima, right? The Demon King, the one that got the third eye, right? He wasn't as strong as, say, Jiren or Beerus, right? He's nowhere near that level. As a matter of fact, Zamasu can whoop that guy's ass. Exactly. What's going on, Scholar? So instead of them incorporating Super at that point, because in order for Diamond to flow into Super, that would have been a perfect time to incorporate some stuff from Super. Yes, we seen the Supreme Kais, and yes, we heard about the creator of the Demon Realm, and we got glimpses and scenes of the Kais, right? That we know that's in Super, but that doesn't tie them in. We just know that there are Kais in different universes. But that doesn't mean it's going to be a direct link to Super. If they want to incorporate some shit from Super at that particular junction, right? The Supreme Kai could have mentioned something about the God of Destruction can come down here and fix all this. Just mentioning Beerus would have been a direct link that would have foreshadowed the events that take place in Super. Because the first arc in Super is Beerus. Instead, Goku then beat Goma, and then that end Daima. Like it literally said the end. The end means the fucking end. There's no reason to continue it. It was Toriyama's version of GT. So if you want to watch Daima, forget about GT, and after Kid Buu is defeated, you pick it up right there, and there go Daima. If you want to watch Super at the same junction where you picked up Daima, you just pick up Super and watch from there. If you want to watch GT, you watch all of Dragon Ball Z to the very last episode of the tournament, and then you go into GT. There's no different timelines. There's no, this is its continuity. They're all a part of the same timeline. Just Z has 3 different endings. Now, as far as Super goes, we see Oob in Super. Everybody has God King shit in Super. And some of you guys really believe that, oh, well, they're gonna erase all the powers so we can get the fly away with Goku and Oob. Let's say that happens. Let's just theoretically say after Black Frieza get defeated by Gogeta, because that's what's gonna happen. Gogeta, that's what's gonna happen. Well, Toriyama's dead. So Tar, if you ever watch my streams, but I know the fuck you don't. But listen, have Gogeta fight Black Frieza. Let it be a stalemate, right? Gogeta defuses, okay? Black Frieza is too weak. He's weak enough for Vegeta and maybe Ultra Ego form to go one-on-one with him and finally get the death blow that Vegeta deserves. So he can have revenge for all of his Saiyan comrades that died and was blown up, including his daddy and everybody else. Right? All that payback for being Frieza's slave and henchman and shit. You know, Vegeta deserves to be the one to end Frieza. Please make that happen. For God's sakes, that makes the most goddamn sense. We know you probably won't, but if this gets back to you, that is how you end Super. Vegeta gets the damn dub. And maybe I'm saying because I'm a Vegeta guy, but he should get the dub on Frieza. He should do it. Not Goku, not Beast Gohan. We all know Broly gonna fight OG-73. That's a gimme. Now, if they decide to enter Cooler in this shit, and that's a big ass if, okay? Yo, what's up, Goose? That's a big ass if. If they decide to do this. Well, and I told one of my subs this offline via phone call, because this was something that was tossed around, okay? I have heard this, right? From the same guy that's married into the family of one of the voice actors, right? And I'm not going to name characters. If I start naming characters, you guys going to start pinpointing voice actors. So I'm not doing all that. What I can say is this. That idea has been tossed around. It's been tossed around the West and here. It's been, I mean, Japan and here, the West and here. We're the West, but Japan. It's been tossed around. Okay? Now, yeah, I'm going to touch on that. And you know what, Skylar? I've been saying that for years because I heard that, if you just think about it, but I had heard that, and I've been saying it for like the last year. You been on my channel, you OG, you know I've been saying that, and that's how you can reintroduce Majin Buu. But let me get to the cooler shit, okay? Because yes, we had Cell brought back, and yes, we had Frieza brought back, and yes, we had Broly brought back. Okay, well, all those characters brought back. We all know Frieza is going to have a trump card. Now, how would I introduce Cooler? Now, this has been talked about, but how would I do it? Some people believe that Cooler is going to be Frieza's training partner. And that's how Frieza unlocked Black Frieza. Okay, that could be a way to introduce Cooler. Or I will up you on this one, because this makes the most logical sense. And once again, this idea was kind of tossed around. Right before Goku or Vegeta get the death blow on Black Frieza, Cooler jumps in and saves the day. And Goku and Vegeta is too weak to stop Cooler. So he saves Frieza and they get away. And then Frieza tells Cooler about the fusion. Now you can essentially end the Black Frieza arc and have the final arcs of arcs, where you basically got Goku and Vegeta going against two fucking brothers. That's how I would introduce Cooler. Me. There were rumors going around it might be a movie trilogy about that. I can kind of see that, but I can't see it. Why do you need 3 movies? You know, but if I'm going to bring Cooler into this, that's how I would do it. Right before Frieza get eradicated, Cooler jumps in and saves him and fly off. Goes back to his spaceship. And then they get to talking. And then Frieza tell Cooler about the fusion technique. And then maybe, just maybe, they go pay the Supreme Kai visit for the Pataras, or they go pay the Mediterraneans, what do we call them people, a visit for the fusion dance. What's up, Gaming Geek? Now, that's not likely to happen, but if they do bring back Cooler, they need to make sure they utilize that character well. It's a family reunion. Don't fuck it up. With the Oob situation, and Skylar, you know, I've been saying this for a couple of years. Because in Super, Goku and Vegeta and them is so strong, right? Like godly strong. Well, you got Cell back. You got Frieza back. We know Majin Buu was killed in Z. And then Oob is a reincarnation of Majin Buu, correct? And then we know in GT he fused with Fat Buu, and then you get Marju, but we can't worry about GT because Super and GT will have anything to do with each other. Okay, this Oob will be totally different from the GT Oob. Now, let's say we get to the end of Z, and Goku says, "Hey," he tells Vegeta and everybody, "This is the young kid I was telling you about, the reincarnation of Buu." And before he becomes a very bad menace, and before that energy takes over him and start, consuming him the wrong way, I want to go train him so he can harness that power in the right way, right? Now, you can then get that little fucking GT fucking style fly off, okay? But instead of going into a brand new series, right? Like a brand new, completely continuation to Dragon Ball, you get that time skip, like 10 years, what the fuck? 10 years. It's 10 years. It's give it 10 years. Goku done train Oob. Oob is a grown man now, right? Goku and Vegeta and them, they retire. Like, you the leader now of the Z Warriors. You take over, right? You be the Guardians of Earth. Me and Vegeta, we gonna go off and do our own fucking thing, right? Sit back, relax, have family time, okay? The more Majin Buu fights and the stronger he gets and the more he taps into his God Ki, the hungrier the Buu inside of him wants to come out, the evil Majin. At the same time absorbing the God Ki. And then finally he has that one fucking fight. And then the evil takes over him. And then Oob expels that Majin. Now you got a God Ki, full power, unhindered reincarnation of Kid Buu, which will force Goku and them to come out of retirement. And then you kill Goku and them off. And then the only way you can save Earth at that time, you gotta rely on Goten and Trunks, Oob, Gohan to the extent, and maybe Piccolo. Because you got Orange Piccolo. Beast Gohan is gonna probably be the goddamn trump card. What's up, Jamal? That's what I'm about to say. Beast Gohan will probably be the trump card in that fight. Or if you want to reintroduce March Oob, Fat Buu and Oob confused. Now you got March Oob and God Ki, and that should be enough to overtake Kid Buu. And then you end Super that way, and then you can start a brand new series like Dragon Ball fucking Ultras or some fucking shit that will basically be GT, but just on a different fucking tangent. That's how you do that shit. That's how you do it. But we all know that's not gonna happen. They gonna watch it, and Goku and them is gonna be the victors. They gonna beat Majin Buu and all that shit if Buu comes back. And that is not a high but unlikely ideal as Cooler. I'm just gonna say that. Not confirming anything. I'm just saying it is not that far out of the realm of possibilities. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It has more of a chance than the Cooler issue. I leave it at that. So now I tag Geek them in this, not because I'm gonna roast him or anything like that, but I checked out his live stream. Right? Geetham, I got a question to ask you. Because you the Dragon Ball expert. I got questions to ask you. How come you were so nervous about everything? How come you were so surprised about everything. I thought you knew what was going to happen. Then you had an envelope with some drawings in it that had nothing to do with what was revealed. So I'm just wondering, did your sources fuck you over again, or was it just speculation? Because I have the evidence on my channel. My last two live streams pretty much nailed it to a T. Okay, pretty much. Besides them saying anything about fighters, and guys, listen to what I'm about to tell you. Fighters getting a DLC 4-pack. I mean, a fucking Diamond DLC pack, most likely. Ain't gonna be just Super Saiyan 4 Goku. For anybody think it'll be just Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you always forget that. You're gonna get a whole pack. I need to check if Bandai Namco even fucking announced it yet. But I do know Super Saiyan 4 from Diamond is gonna be on fighters. And if you guys think that can be the only DLC coming to fighters, but I'm just curious, get them not roasting, not you kind of been doing your own little thing. You saying you found a new religion and you're trying to change your life. I seen you on the goddamn treadmill. Listen, protein, curl, lift weights, put some muscle on your arms, regulate testosterone, man, and you'll be fine. But I was just surprised that you were so out of the loop on things. I mean, my channel only had like 1,400 subs. I don't make money on here. I spend a lot of time off here. I make money elsewhere, but Randall, you're not late. I got about 40 more minutes. This is only a Dragon Ball stream. I will be back tomorrow and Friday. I got some streams lined up. I'll be back tomorrow to talk more about politics and what's going on in Minnesota, midterms, and some other crazy shit that's been going on. And then Friday, I'm gonna talk about what happened in the NFL. Yeah, I gotta get back to the NFL talk and everything like that. But this is just Dragon Ball related. Tomorrow will be a little bit more open than Friday. It'll be just NFL and some other shenanigans. So I checked your comments, Geekdom. A lot of people aren't happy. I mean, you was happy about the way shit looks, but a lot of your supporters are not fucking happy with Super right now. I want somebody to tell me how the guy with like 800,000 subs that supposedly has sources didn't know anything about anything. Could we verify the drawings? I mean, you say you weren't supposed to have those drawings, but the announcements and everything came out. Have you revealed them drawings yet? Yeah, the remake. Because now that the announcement came out, can you reveal them drawings? Them renderings? I mean, yeah. See, we want to know what the fuck is going on. See, listen, because I'm finna start pumping out a lot of content. I'm getting back down to some available time now. Hell's Paradise. Voila. I ain't too keen on Trigun Stargaze right now, Starlight right now. It's okay, but it's not what I thought it was gonna be. But I'm watching it. Like, there's anime out there I've been watching, right? Fucking Blue Eye Samurai's about to come back. Can't wait for that. Like, there's a lot of stuff. One Punch Man season 3. Random fuck you because you made me look at it. But I give it a 6 out of 10. I just want to know, is all of this super shit worth the hype? When you can go turn on Hell's Paradise and watch what's his name, Gardemaru, what the fuck his name, the ninja, fucking destroy plant people. like some real crunk shit is out there in the anime world right now. We want to see them goddamn renderings. Stop playing, man, because I tagged you. Bleach is coming back with the final part of the arc, even though we all know how Bleach ends. And I'm so glad Taite Kubo followed the manga damn near to a T. Of course, everything in anime is not in there. It's stuff in the manga that's manga only material that might not be. What's up, man? That might not be in the anime. But Bleach, when Bleach came back, Bleach made a fucking statement. Bleach made a statement. It's uncensored, it's gory, It's everything us fans waited a whole decade for. Like a whole decade. Because the manga was gory with Bleach. If Super is coming back with all the whole reboot with that black little story ass logo, the only emphasis I'm getting from that is it's gonna be a darker Super. It's gonna be more for the adults and not the kids. God, I hope so. Because if Goku not Goku, if they would do Ridge Version F for Frieza, the follow-up arc, and when Sobei shot Goku through the chest or whatever and laid him out, he was on the ground going, he laid out. And we don't see no blood coming out of his mouth like how Vegeta was doing when Frieza shot him in the fucking chest and blood coming out the fucking hole. And they just kind of try to edit it out and patch it up like a little burnt mark. That's it. Just give it up. It's coming out in 2027. 2027. I'm just saying, if this is gonna be something good, it gotta be like on Bleach level. Hell, Demon Slayer is worth to watch right now. The Infinity Castle, I finally see it. Oh my god. Spy Family. I just seen the new season of Spy Family. Rurouni Kenshin coming back with it's continuation of the series, even though I seen the original Rurouni Kenshin. Like, you got all these animes out here. All these good animes out here. And then keep them pulling out renderings in the fucking folder and saying he ain't supposed to have this, but yet was fucking surprised with everything that was announced. Just saying, trust me, bro. Just saying, it looked like my source, he ain't really a source, he's more of a friend, was a little bit more accurate. And this ain't the first time I've been pretty accurate. I was accurate with Superhero. The only thing I got wrong in Diamond was, besides the fusion, was believing that they were going to actually, and I was told that I just couldn't believe it, that they were going to actually have Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Vegeta, that made sense. Goku, that didn't make no sense. I didn't want to believe it. Geetham did get that right, but I didn't want to believe it. I did not want to believe that. That's the only reason why I'm down was I didn't report on that. I just ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. And then we got Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it fell off. But I mean, listen, I'm not gonna sit and act like I'm not gonna watch the reboot. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna watch it because I want to see what changed. Is it gonna follow the same? Which image by image is following the same damn thing, but is the dialogue different? Is the way that they conversate different? Are we gonna? Hey, what's up, number 3? Or we're going to have more adult language instead of just damn, hell, and bastard, Are we gonna have shit and fuck, Are we gonna have some real gory fights? Like if we do the Tournament of Power again, can it be like a lot of gory shit in there? Yes, Diamond had a lot more humor because Goku was a kid again. It pretty much was Dragon Ball redid with GT ideas with a super lore over it. That's all it was. I watched every episode in Diamond. And I'm going to say something that I know you guys ain't going to like. I know you guys ain't going to like this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't care what nobody says. GT will forever be better than fucking Diamond. There is Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, GT, Super, Daima. In that order, in that pecking order. The only reason why Diamond ain't down there with Dragon Ball Evolution is because there was some interesting fights with the Tamigamis and shit in Diamond that was okay. That is it. If they didn't have those type of cool fights in there, but you're going Super Saiyan 3 at least, it'd be out there with fucking Evolution. Just not talked about. GT over Super, I don't know about that. GT only had like 64 episodes. I'm not gonna put it over Super. I like GT because if they wouldn't have made Goku a kid in GT, then I'll put GT over Super. That's besides Pen being the damsel in distress all the time and Goku being a kid, that is what killed it with me for GT. Just those two things. I like the Black Star Dragon Ball arc. I like the baby arc. With Dr. Mutant and the baby arc. I like Super Android 17 arc. I like the Black Star Dragons arc. I like the arcs. I like the fights. I love the storytelling. But with Goku being a kid, then transforming to an adult when he became Super Saiyan 4 because his kid body couldn't hold it, which they retconned for Daima, by the way. They retconned it for Daima. And then when he grows up, he has no tail. That was the only thing is why I can't give GT a higher rating. I give Super a higher rating than GT, purely based on what we done seen in Super. We seen Goku versus Beerus. We seen the rematch for like the fourth time between Goku and Frieza, because Goku fought Frieza in Z, and then Goku fought Frieza again in Otherworld before the Otherworld tournament, and then in GT, Goku fought Frieza and Cell and Hell in GT, and then in Super we get him back in Super. So you got that, and without Frieza, I'm just thinking about everything, right? Without Frieza, there's no Goku. It's like without Aizen, there's no Ichigo. Because Frieza is why Goku pushed to become a Super Saiyan. If it wasn't for Frieza, you wouldn't have Super Saiyan Goku. So, like how Ichigo became a Hollow, without Aizen, you have a Hollow-fied Ichigo. Like they're the yin to each other's yang, right? So that's why Frieza keeps coming back. He's like the ex-girlfriend you can't just get rid of. You dicked it down too well, and she just can't leave you alone. You done moved on. You happy in life, and she keep blowing up your phone. You even get your phone number changed, but you ain't moved yet, so the whole kid coming to your house and shit, fucking with you and shit. Motherfucker was on your Facebook, you friend the motherfucker, and motherfucker just try to find you anyway, fake profiles and shit, right? I'm telling you, Frieza's a Team Rocket. Come on, man. And hell no. I wouldn't wipe my ass with a Boruto fucking DVD case. That's how worthless I think it is. I wouldn't wipe my Boruto. Stop it. Dragon Ball Evolution is better than Boruto. There, I said that. Are you serious right now? Random, are you serious? Man, you need to stop, dude. And listen, I'm not gonna call Free. Why do y'all think Frieza's like Jesse and James from Pokemon and Team Rocket? Listen, I'm a Linda Young Frieza voice actor type guy, right? I grew up in the 90s watching Dragon Ball Z. All right, I'm an 80s baby, okay? I'm knocking on 40 this year. Look damn good and good damn shape. Got a lot of shit going my way, baby. Can't complain. But of course, I just said that he's Goku's fucking yang. Hey, Vegeta. See, Vegeta is Goku's side piece. Now, Frieza is Goku's main course. What? I mean, I got my train of fucking thought, man. Listen. Listen, man. Listen. Frieza is the reason, right? I'm a Linda Young type. Grew up in the 90s. I'm a Linda Young voice actor, Frieza lover. Christopher Aries did good, Lord rest his soul. But when I think of Frieza, I think about the Frieza we seen on Namek, right? That Frieza was so ruthless that he forced Goku to become a Super Saiyan by way of pretty much eradicating Vegeta, killing Dende, blowing up fucking Krillin. I mean, Piccolo was basically just getting beat up, just bitch slapped around, and that didn't do it. But when Krillin got popped like a weasel, fucking Goku lost his shit, right? So That's how Goku became a Super Saiyan. And Goku kept training because he knew if there's a Freezer out there, there's other entities stronger than Frieza, right? So in Super, it made sense to bring back the one damn villain after Goku seen Beerus, of course, but to bring back the one damn villain that Goku know I have to keep pushing to reach new heights because I don't want to be caught off guard again. And sure enough, Frieza, while in hell, seeing Goku go Super Saiyan 3 and all this shit, he didn't want to get his ass kicked, so he trained, became Golden Frieza, which pushed Goku to keep training after the Golden Frieza fight to evolve and get stronger and stronger. And then they bring him back for the Tournament of Power, and Frieza got much stronger. And then Goku unlocked Ultra. And by the way, I said this in my last live stream, or maybe I didn't. I told a guy, one of my subscribers, we talked. And here's the thing, too, guys, about what might happen in the final arc. I'm seeing this January 28, 2026. You know how you got Ultra Instinct? Good Lord. Ultra Instinct. I worked out today, guys. Muscles a little bit tight. You got the sign with his black hair, and then you got Ultra Instinct, like full power with the gray hair. Speculation has it that he is still incomplete. That it's not unleashed, like it's not the full. He hasn't completely mastered it to where he can unleash it. There's rumors that in the manga that form is what's going to happen. I'm saying this now, January 20, 2026. If that verified, just come back to this live stream, okay? I was told that a few months ago, actually, that if this manga comes back with Black Frieza and shit, that Goku's going to have another ace up his sleeve, and he's finally going to master Ultra Instinct. And I didn't ask if the hairstyle was going to change, if his eyes were going to change, but apparently he hasn't mastered, he hasn't evolved to the final perfection form of it yet. So don't be surprised. There's another ass pull in the manga, and then you see Ultra Instant. This is unleashed, and he's finally mastered Ultra Instant, and then he looks totally different again. And so now you got 3 different phases of Ultra fucking Instant. I'm just saying. I don't know. But with all that being said, man, what the fuck I was talking about? We're talking about Black Frieza, and then Goku evolving and all this fucking shit. But yes, because of Frieza, that's why Goku evolved. That's why he doesn't want to get caught off guard again. Same with Vegeta. Vegeta knows just how ruthless Frieza can be, and Vegeta don't want to be left behind by Goku, so he trained. And then after Broly just went out there and just obliterated Frieza, which forced him to train even more. I mean, think about this, man. Whoa. I'm gonna talk about that in my live stream tomorrow. My main focus is on Minnesota tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow. There's been a lot of dumb shit going on up there and around the world. But I'll check it out. I will check that out. That's a lot of shit going on with Ice right now. There's a plethora of shit going on. But what was I saying before I seen that about Vegeta? See, I get distracted when I look at the chat too much. What the fuck was I saying? Just had a brain fart. Talking about Vegeta and Vegeta evolving and all this shit. Goddamn, I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of fucking thought. It'll come back because I was reading. I seen me more black than Black Frieza and shit and all this motherfucking shit. Oh no, Broly. That's right. So Frieza got pretty much a 3-way beating from 3 Saiyans, right? In his time, in the Super timeline, right? Not in the Z timeline, Super timeline. It's the same timeline, just Super is a different ending to Z. It's the same timeline, just this is a super way to end Z, right? Well, to go after Z. So Broly came back. Broly beat Frieza. Vegeta would have killed Frieza had not been for Frieza blowing up Earth and then Whis winding and Goku getting the dub on him, right? So Frieza was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm tired of having the three-way with these fucking Saiyans. I'm gonna go fucking black. He went black. Got OG-73. I'm saying Brawly. That can be Brawly time to shine. And who's to say that OG-73 won't fuse with a good guy? Copy his DNA and shit. Just saying. No. Fuck no. No. Brawly, I like the way Brawly is because Brawly is actually evolving as a Super Saiyan. And I'm not the only somebody that feel this way, right? There's a couple of channels. I know most of you probably know Mad Black Atheist. He's back on YouTube, NBA, in the league. He's been saying this for a very long time. And that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Evolve the forms naturally. And that's why I like Brawly form the most, because he doesn't have to grow all that fucking goddamn hair. He just transforms in full power in that form and he eradicates. But who to say that OG-73 won't fuse with Brawly? I'm just saying, because he's still around. Remember, Frieza has OG-73. But Brawly's going to play a pivotal role in that fight, most likely. If not Brawly, you may get Beast Gohan, but that's going to be a Goku, Gogeta / maybe a full power, ultra instant unleashed Goku. I'm just saying. January 28, 2026, I'm just saying. I'm not confirming shit. I'm just saying. I do know gonna be Gogeta though. And the reference is the movie Brawly. Frieza seen Gogeta. That's one of the reasons why he became Black Frieza. He seen Gogeta. He was like, man, fuck this. I'm tired of getting waxed. Fuck this. And you got Black Frieza. Black Frieza came back in One Piece Goku, One Piece Vegeta, and Ultra Ego and Ultra Instant forms and knocked them out at the end of Granola arc. Just straight up, just knocked them out. How you gonna beat somebody like that? So then Beerus gets so shaken up, he tell Goku them to come to his planet. They go get Brawly, and then we go into superhero. Then Gohan, guys, call this form. Yeah, now Oob is gonna play a part after the Black Frieza. That's when Oob gonna play a part. That's when we need to get the goddamn fucking God Margin, the kid boo, the Margin, the kid, God Key Margin boo. Listen. Everybody that's watching this stream, I want y'all to start calling Beast Gohan transformation this post-traumatic stress unleashed Gohan, because that's what the fuck it is. He is traumatized. Listen, I know about traumatization. All right, listen, I know. Okay, I'm a combat vet. PTSD is a thing. It's a thing. It really is a fucking thing. All right. Listen. Gohan didn't transform when Cell Jr. was beating the shit out of his daddy, his stepdaddy, Piccolo's stepdaddy, Tien and Yamcha. They always getting their ass kicked. I'm taking you back to the Z saga, right? Cell saga and Z. They always getting their ass kicked. Every last one of them were getting beat up. Krillin trying to hold on for dear life. Vegeta getting bitch slapped. Trunks getting kicked all in his shit. I mean, straight mugging. Straight fucking mugging. All right? Cell sitting back just laughing. Shout out to Damian Clark, man. Awesome Cell character. Sitting back just laughing his ass off. Arms folded. And yes, for the record, guys, Cell Saga is the great saga in all of Dragon Ball, hands down. Cell is the most lethal goddamn, would have been the most lethal goddamn character if they would have evolved Cell the right way. He would have been the most lethal, most powerful character in all of goddamn Dragon Ball. All them cells in his fucking body. Then you bring him back in Super as a retarded. And yes, you're going to get this probably in animated form because the manga's already out. So Toei can animate what's already out. They just can't animate new shit unless you wait to give them new shit because of litigation going right now. Anyway, That's what I'm getting at. So his own daddy getting beat up. Gohan sitting there crying. I can't do it. I can't do it. Sitting there crying. His daddy getting beat up. Then all of a sudden, Android 16 head get thrown over by Mr. Satan. After Cell blew him up. Because Android 16 tried to save Gohan the first time, got blown up. I'm just going somewhere. Just listen to him. Just listen to what I'm saying. Not his daddy getting beat up. Not Piccolo. Not the people that Gohan grew up around. No. A fucking android. Android get blown up. Satan grabs his head. Toss it like a, you can't even call it a pass. He threw it like a fucking rookie quarterback in the NFL would throw a fucking pass. The fucking head rolls a little bit. And then Gohan started talking to Android 16. And Cell's intrigued. He's like, "You're still alive?" My God. And then you hear 16 tell Gohan, you have to let it go, Gohan. Some things you just can't hold on to. All that sentimental shit, let it go. It's in you, Gohan. Let it go. And then Cell crushes 16's head. And Gohan snaps. Once again, not because his daddy was getting beat up. Not because Piccolo, who taught him how to fight in the first place, was getting rotted. Not Vegeta, who saved him a couple of times on the Namek. Not Krillin, none of them. A fucking android. And then Gohan still didn't beat Cell. Still didn't beat him. You know how, well, he beat him. You know how Gohan beat Cell? You guys know how Gohan beat Cell? Gohan freed Android 18. And then he tried to free 17. Most likely, my opinion. It wasn't said in the series, in my opinion. He tore it around. Goku kept telling him to kill him. And then Cell blows up. Goku have to sacrifice himself. Cell blows up. Cell comes back. Kills Trunks. And then all of a sudden, Cell throws a blast at fucking goddamn Vegeta, because Vegeta attacked Cell. And Gohan sacrificed himself and get his arm fucked up. And then Goku has to communicate from King Kai, with not from the planet, but from Snake Way, to tell Gohan the same thing 16 told him, to stop holding back and let it go. And if it wasn't for, say it with me now, Vegeta, Gohan wouldn't have beat Cell. Cell would have eradicated everybody. We fast forward to Super. Gohan's minding his own fucking business. And Random and Skylar and number 3, all you guys have been on my channel for a long time. You guys remember when the options came out from Superhero, I said the only way that Gohan's getting involved because they done did something to either Videl or Pan. And that brought Gohan out. I was the only channel saying that shit. What happened? Oh, and also, did I not say that the villain behind this has to be related to somebody in the Red Ribbon Army? Why else are they going after Gohan them? The sins of the father falls on the sins of the son. Falls on the shoulders of the son. You guys remember that? You guys remember all that? I do. It's on my live stream. Go back a couple years before Superhero came out. Well, on some videos. But I didn't get no recognition, and that's fine. Yeah, I know you remember. Said all that. And then when everything came out, I was right. But once again, I don't know nothing. Anyway, fast forward to Super. They bring back a retarded, incomplete second form of fucking Cell. Because remember, I kept asking Geek, where the hell is Cell at? I'm like, ain't no way they bring it back Cell. I got everything else right. Can't be Cell. Ain't no way. Being here, don't want to believe. Can't be fucking Cell. And we get a retarded fucking Cell. Okay. Gohan didn't go beast Gohan when Piccolo was getting beat up by goddamn fucking Cell. He didn't go beast Gohan when Goten Trunks was getting beat up as Gotenks by fucking Cell. Not Android goddamn 18, not Krillin either. No. No. Was it Gamma 2 that sacrificed himself, or was it Gamma 1? I get them mixed up. I know one got one horn and two got two, but I can't remember which one blew himself up for fucking goddamn trying to save everybody. But after Gohan watched a Gamma blow himself up, he snapped again and became Beast Gohan. So it takes androids, particularly those that die at Cell's hands or off themselves at trying to kill Cell, to trigger Gohan to transform. And I'm going to go on record and say this here. The reason why Gohan won that fight was simple. They didn't want to involve Cell. Had they let Cell get complete, I think we all knew what would have happened. It would have been a Goku and Vegeta fight. Because whether you guys believe it or not, Goku is still stronger than Gohan. Vegeta is still stronger than Gohan. And the only one that might be on the same wavelength with him that makes more sense, that's just like him, is Broly. The pecking order is Goku, Vegeta, and really that's a close tie for first place. Then Broly and Gohan. And that's a close tie for third place. Because one fight, Vegeta might be stronger than Goku temporarily. So they'll fluctuate first and second. And then third and fourth, it'll go back and forth between Gohan and Broly until Gohan starts studying again and forget about fighting. So that's why even if or when Black Frieza, the manga, gets released, I wouldn't anticipate Beast Gohan to play a major role in that. I really don't. I think if they're going to introduce Ooh right after Black Frieza, and then we get the end of Z type shit, and then maybe the evil God margin, which I hope they do that, because you got Cell and Frieza, might will give you fucking God key margin, boo, right? Then I could see, I can see Gohan having a bigger role, because March Oob, if they make the Fat Boo fuse with Oob to go against the new Kid Boo, that Boo would already kill Goku and Vegeta off. Now you got to bring out Gohan. Now you got to get Gohan a bigger role and all this other shit. Let me check the poll before I get off of here. A lot of y'all are happy that, let me see. 31% of y'all say no, you're not happy super bad, but 69%. Yeah, good shit. Gotta check the poll. But anyway, to recap before I get off of here, Super is back. You get 2 arcs. Galactic Patrol arc, or we all know it's Tomorrow arc, and a reboot of Beerus for like the 8th time or some fucking shit like that. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna say it again. I think if the reboot doesn't do good in Japan, then I expect the Morrow or the Galactic Patrol arc to be delayed, because they need money. Voice actors have to get paid. They need money. And if the viewership is down in Japan, then I will anticipate it to delay the upcoming projects. Now, do I expect an official announcement about the manga return this year? I do at one of the next upcoming Comic-Cons. I do. And that's only because Shueisha owns the rights to the manga. They can produce new manga all they want. It's Toro done, like it's been reported. Like I was told, does he have everything already done, and he just waiting to get the thumbs up from Shueisha to say, hey, you can do it? Or is they waiting on the Shueisha Toei shit to get done? So if they release the manga, then you can do the anime as well at the same time. And then now you got everything coming at you at one fucking time. So we don't know about all that right now. But I expect them to acknowledge the manga sometime in the very near future, because that is something that a lot of us want to know. We get Morrow, most likely Granola, most likely Superhero. As a superhero, it went on hiatus. So what's going to happen after that? Assuming the Beerus reboot does well. Assuming game sales from Xenoverse 3, yes. Xenoverse 3, guys. Listen. Savar Matner is telling you this, January the 28th, 2026. H1000 will be officially revealed as Xenoverse 3. Okay. If not Xenoverse 3, I expect it to be like some Super Xenoverse. It'll be some quirky ass name of Xenoverse in it though. But listen, don't be tricked and thinking that it's not. Okay. A lot of you think, oh, it's not fucking it. It's Xenoverse. It's Xenoverse. Yeah. I said that like 2 months ago. I had been heard about that because you can only do so much with Xenoverse 2. There's been so many DLCs, like DLC after DLC. They're tired of Xenoverse 2. People want Xenoverse 3 because now you got to expand on Diamond. You have to expand on Super. You have to include all the movies. It's just so much you can do. Now you can only do so much on Xenoverse 2. You can't keep updating Xenoverse 2. It's gonna get to a point to where you're gonna have to go bigger. And most likely going to be a PS5 only game because that's the newest generational game. So don't be surprised. Well, I mean, that's why you got Legends. I've been fucking playing the shit out of Legends, right? But don't be surprised if the upcoming game is a PS5 only in an Xbox Series 1 only fucking system in a Nintendo Switch 2 system because the PS4 can only do so much. So, but that announcement should be coming sooner than what you guys think. I don't like to say confirm, I don't do all that, but expect the announcement. They already said gonna happen sometime spring, summer time frame. So you gotta look at when Comic-Con is and the other big events they have in Japan for the goddamn announcement they normally do it at. And I would expect it to happen at one of those two places. Or they might just drop a trailer on Bandai Namco and on their official channel and just say, hey, here's the announcement. So but when it happens, just know I told you guys weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and again today that's happening. Along with everything else I have been saying, that verified just wasn't movies. You got some series, a reboot, and Xenoverse 3. I was correct about voice actors getting their scripts because we seen voice actors for Beerus. Just saying. I will assume so. I'm waiting to see the gameplay, but I will assume so. I wouldn't see why it wouldn't be. I mean, Xenoverse 2 is like that, so I wouldn't see why it wouldn't be. I wouldn't be surprised neither if you can do like a lot of, you know how you can do like missions where like I play Warframe time to time. Now you can do like missions like with 5 or 6 people, kind of like Xenoverse 2, but like open world, but you can do actual missions. I wouldn't be surprised if they incorporate something like that in this game and just make it better. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I just hope they deal with the constant spamming of shit and have it to where the games are not so unstable. Where you know how you play Xenoverse 2 sometimes, game might glitch. You might be behind on your frame per second against the opponent's frame per second. And then they spam certain shit and run away, and pretty much you can't beat them unless you spam shit back. That's one of the reasons why I stopped playing Xenoverse 2. Because of that. I didn't like all that. Run away, use items, run away. And then if you got players that don't know how to fucking play with you on your team, they die, you fucks. So that's why I hope if they do that again, that they have the space confined closer to where people just can't run away. You know, like it's the arena won't be so big to where you can actually get some dubs and not end in ties and lose because the time ran out and you didn't have a lot of energy. Like, I hate that type of fucking shit. Anyway, guys, I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to talk more about politics tomorrow. Just had to come on here and clear the air and tell you how I feel about Super and, you know, to address Dragon Chlamydia, a.k.a. Dragon Sniffless. I'm not going to say his channel name because, once again, he's not worth a tick turd. To quote the late great Jackie Gleason, he's not worth a tick turd. So, you know, I have no respect for people that hide behind cameras and talk stuff. I'll turn my camera on, you know, but you know, maybe he look like he would hit with a bad case of herpes in the fucking face. Who fucking knows? I don't really fucking care. But hey, people gotta get paid. So, you know, people make like 1,000 videos, and you know, I got a text message sent to me the next morning on Sunday. You know what I was doing at 11:30 Saturday night after the Genki Dama Getsu shit, however the fuck you pronounce that shit? I was in bed, right? I was in bed, laying beside my wife with my dick between some flesh. That's what I was doing. I wasn't making goddamn videos about another goddamn man, that's for sure. I wasn't thinking about another goddamn man, that's for sure. The fact that you were thinking about me at 11 o'clock at night is kind of creepy. If that floats your boat, but I don't want to play, Smokey the rainforest bear and trying to set forest fires with sticks. I like pussy. But hey, listen, if you got to make money on YouTube, whoring yourself out, do your thing. Become the next YouTube whore. But making videos about me, I don't have a big ass channel. Hey, shit, I don't make money on here. At least not yet. I mean, I'm monetized, but I don't make that much money. Not here, but I'm okay in life. But this don't pay my bills. So I understand the need to pump out 5 or 6 videos a day. I get it, But hey, making videos about me at 11 o'clock at night. Nah, man. I'm good. I'm good. Go get checked. The claps is contagious. Chlamydia and crabs and shit, man, and that stuff is fucking contagious, man. You might want to go get checked. Nobody want that shit spreading. I'm the penicillin to your issue, so that's why I'm not gonna mention that. We don't want you spreading everywhere. Infecting people with your fucking shit. You a STD/STI. That's your channel basically confirms all that. You might want to change your channel name, man. I'm just saying. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This guy done before. I'm not going to acknowledge his fucking face. He ain't got the balls even tag me in the video. He put my name in his fucking title and shit. He even tagged me. But listen, you good. You good. See, I got bigger things going on in my world. You need Dragon Ball. Like, you actually need it. I don't. I make good money off of here. I don't need Dragon Ball to pay my light bills and shit. So, you do you. You do you. If you're doing me in your sleep, keep it to yourself. I don't want to know that. Because what other reason why would you be making a video about me at 11 o'clock at night? That's some creepy ass shit. Some asshole made a video about me. He done it a couple years ago. Not just me, NBA, everybody that doesn't like geekdom. I don't hate geekdom. I hate his trolls. And made a video about me like he normally does from time to time. I just don't say nothing about it. It's just I knew he couldn't wait to pull the trigger on the video because I got like 2 things wrong. And but listen, I ended with this. You guys do realize that if Super doesn't do well on this reboot and every goddamn thing in movies, if it gets a lot of negative pushback, you do know it will be the end, right? Like it will be the end. As a matter of fact, if they continue past Super with Oob, like they might do, and shit to tell a new story, after that, it'll be the end because you can't keep using Dragon Ball. It'll be the end. It'll die. So enjoy it while you can, because it's coming to an end. Like, it's coming to an end. So, hey, there's a plethora of shit to watch. Do you, though? But that way, I'm Skylar. That's not Keitham. It's the other guy. Like, his channel literally confirms that he has some type of STD or some shit. Now, you don't put a name in your fucking on your channel that pretty much confirmed that you've been burnt by either crabs or some shit. I'm just saying. Nah, y'all all right. We're not gonna give him no shine. I'm like NBA. You know how NBA say earbard? That's what I'm doing to this guy. I'm not gonna say his fucking channel name. He ain't worth it. If I want some views, I go just fuck with Greg Doucette. Like, I go fuck with like the real big channels. I go do that shit. He ain't worth my time. And I ain't that hungry for fucking views and shit. But once again, YouTube doesn't pay my bills. Thank you very much. Anyway, guys, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, talking politics. So for all you guys that's curious about my thoughts about Minnesota and ICE and Trump and the possible shutdown and the government and this past snowstorm, upcoming ice storm, snowstorm, tune in tomorrow, about 12 o'clock. I'll be on. See you guys then. You have a good night, and I'm out, everyone. Peace.